Right. So, I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. I have not scripted this out. In fact, I literally just came across this video and this one over here as well. What? 10 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago, in fact. You can even see it, 0 seconds. It wasn't 0 seconds. If we go and refresh this, this probably be like maybe 5 minutes ago. I was about to comment on something here. However, I looked at all of this and I'm just like, okay. CIA spy. Okay, ooh. CIA has some air or degree of authority there, I guess. Signs he's a con man, a narcissist, psychopath, or manipulator. Don't fall for his trap. And when I saw this, I'm like, him, he, his. Okay, but she's fine. In fact, I said that right here. So I copied the title, and then I put here, but she's fine. Only watch out for him. I'm a little weary of stuff like this. Whenever I see titles like this, where it seems to zero in on men as though women can't do this exact same thing, I'm a little weary. And then I saw this over here. With this, I'm assuming is perhaps the full version of this. This thing is 2 hours long, and I actually have it up here. I will not be doing this whole 2 hour, going through this whole 2 hour thing. It is 3:20 a.m. I should have been dead asleep. I have to wake up at 6:30 to get ready for work, or yeah, 6:30 at least, at the latest, usually 6. But I had to do this one. And in fact, I have a bunch of other videos that I'm doing, but we're gonna go through this. So a CIA spy. Now, I've seen this guy before on various other things, and I've seen plenty of people that claim to be former this and former that, and they're peddling some whatever the hell. This guy, I'm not going to say he's a fake or fraud, obviously not. In fact, he seems like he might even be legitimate. Okay, Bustamante on andrewbustamante.org, okay. MBA, blah, blah, blah. I notice I don't see a Wikipedia about this man, which is quite interesting. No Wikipedia. Alright, but whatever. I've seen this man before. And unlike all of those other ones that seem like, okay, they claim to be a former advisor to this and that, and they're peddling something usually on an ad on YouTube that you can skip after 5 seconds, hopefully. This guy seems like he might be legitimate. Alright. Let's get into a couple of things here. The first one is this. Listen to this.
So the first big thing to understand is the telltale sign for somebody who is antisocial personality disorder. You're psycho.
Now, that's the first thing. Antisocial When I hear stuff like this, a little part of me dies on the inside. I'm like, okay, antisocial. Okay. Antisocial compared to who, according to whose rules? Because if you don't want to associate with a society that's effed up, you're the antisocial one. You have a problem with society, with all of society, but you're the common denominator, right? There's something wrong with you since you're the one that has a problem with all these things. No, it doesn't matter that you are one person and these are 10, I don't know, rapists, narcissists, psychopaths, whatever the hell. Oh no. You are the common denominator. You have a problem with all of these 10 people or these millions of people or this entire society. Society all has a problem with you one. Ooh. I'm very weary when I hear antisocial, because who was it that said it? It's not Gabor, crap, forgot his name, Gabor Mete or something like that. I don't think it was him. I think he was actually quoting somebody else, but he said it's I can't get the quoting right, but you shouldn't be so it's nothing bad to be maladjusted to such a sick society or something to that effect. It's that you're not the problem if you're not well adjusted to such a sick society. So somebody's gonna know that quote, and feel free to put that in the comments as to who actually said that. I don't think it was Gabor Mete, I believe is the guy's name. He's I think an expert on epigenetics. Anyway, moving right along.
Psychopaths and your sociopaths. The biggest thing is that they lack empathy. Mm-hmm. Empathy is the thing that makes us so that we can relate to somebody else's feelings. Different than sympathy. Sympathy means that you hurt and I'm sorry that you hurt and I'm here to give you my sympathy, but I don't feel your pain, right? Empathy means you're hurt and I can put myself in your shoes and I can feel some of your pain, right? When you are with a partner or when you have a love interest or you're dating somebody or it's your child or it's your parents, when they don't feel empathy, they can't relate to your feelings, that is a big telltale sign that you might be dealing with somebody who's on the spectrum of antisocial personality disorder. Another major indicator is that
if they can't feel your pain, well, you know what? If they didn't go through it, like, okay, I'm the one that just had somebody get killed by some crooked cop, or I'm the one that just got some incurable disease because my girl went and cheated on me, you know. If that never happened to you, no, like, I don't want you to sit here and fake that you can feel my pain or I understand how you're feeling. Like, bitch, like, the fuck? That's never happened to you. The fuck? That seems kind of fake. That seems like HR, Karen, white woman HR fake. If you're gonna sit there, oh, I understand how you feel. Oh, I empathize. That sounds a bit off, but we'll keep going.
Don't believe in the rules of conduct or the rights of others. They don't believe that people are equal.
Keep this in mind for later.
Right? So they have certain rights and you have lesser rights. So they have a right to privacy, but you don't. They have a right to knowing how much money is in the bank account, but you don't, right? So they have this discrepancy in how they believe what they're entitled to versus what you're entitled to.
How would you test somebody subtly to see if they're like that or not?
I like the way you're thinking, because that's exactly how you find out whether or not the person you're suspicious of deserves that suspicion or whether you're just being paranoid. You have to test them.
Now, this right here is what made me, this specifically is what made this video come about. Is what made me do this video right here off the cuff. See, 323, 322. I was about to just write it out, but I'm like, no, I'm going to make a video on this shit. Let's do this. And the reason why I had this thing moving around was so that I could catch the time like this. So now let us do this. Let's go.
So one of the best ways to test somebody for empathy is to make an unpredictable or unpredicted change. Just change something, right? If you all agree that you're going to go to dinner on Tuesday night, cancel dinner on Tuesday night.
And out of that entire thing, this right here is what is the main thing. Now, when I first heard that, like, I guess maybe 15-ish minutes ago now, or probably less than 20, my first thought was, that is supposed to test anything? Who in the hell? Okay, especially due to the fact that men are the ones that are expected to be making the plans and all that stuff. You did not have something like some sort of emergency. Oh, you got hit by a couple of cars. Oh, somebody in your family just died. Or somebody in your family got hit by a couple of cars. Oh, something. Oh, your apartment building just caught on fire and collapsed 9/11 style. Okay? Something. No. You are just simply canceling at literally the last minute. You have got to be effing kidding me. So he talks about this, but your time is valuable, but they believe their time is valuable, but not your time. Somebody goes and plans out a date for you, and then you go and cancel at the last minute. How do you think that person is going to feel? They're supposed to be okay with that? And it's not some emergency? God forbid they... Obviously, you're not going to tell them why you're canceling. Or, hey, I'm doing it to test you. No. But if they go and ask, why, what happened? Then what? What are you going to do? Make up a lie? So that it actually seems reasonable? Hey, oh, my kid just got shot. Or something. You know? No, but he's here telling you to cancel it at the last minute. After all the work that this person, you probably a dude, put in to meet you, you're going to now cancel it, and he's supposed to be okay with that. He's not supposed to be upset. Even though all of his time and energy in and this is the advice this CIA spy, Bustamante, AndrewBustamante.org. In fact, let's go back to that. AndrewBustamante.org is the founder of Everyday Spy, a platform that teaches international espionage tactics for personal and professional gain. Learn from his podcast lectures and streetcraft experience on how to apply spying skills to everyday life. Okay. This is what, and you know what? This is what, hey CIA, this is the espionage psychology that you all are teaching, or that you all have gotten from these universities doing their research, and this is what they've come up with, that you all are teaching people like him, and now they're let loose on the world and teaching people. Huh. Something like this, any guy does this to a woman, she's going to flip out. 99.99%, if not 100% of the time, they're going to flip out. Yeah, I went through all this trouble and you went and did. Or if they don't flip out, they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. They roll with it as he says. And then they never talk to you again. No rescheduling, no nothing. They just never talk to you again. Which is, I guess, a passive-aggressive or quiet way of flipping out on you. Blowing up on you. But this is what you are to do. And this lady and her channel, women need to watch out. Just women, not just humans. And whoever it applies to, but women. Women need to watch out. And this is what this... let's keep going.
And recommend let's go Wednesday instead. If they roll with that change easily, and if you test them more than one time, because one test by itself isn't really a test, right? It's a test over days, weeks, months. If you can make changes and they can accept those changes gracefully, then there's a very good chance that you're dealing with a normal, rational human being.
I want everyone to make note here. This man is on what appears to be a female-centric pro-female, to say the least. This does not look like it's going to be fair and neutral, straight down the middle, 50-50. 50-50. Huh? This does not seem like it is, okay, right? So we have this woman, note her age, okay? Note her age, by the way. Okay. Teaching women. And no doubt those women are going to extend into Gen Y, Gen Z, and on and into the future. And she has this man on who's saying this stuff. What he just said right now, multiple changes over months. Any man that does that to a woman, he's going to be looked at as flaky, as not strong, as indecisive. So my thing is, he's recommending, obviously, women of impact. He's recommending that women do this. He is recommending on this women-centric thing that women do this. Now, this man is here for gain, okay? He is going on podcasts. He's going on stuff. No doubt he's probably getting paid. Plus whatever publicity and exposure. He's making his money. Fine. I don't know if he's just telling them whatever the hell they want to hear. He's just telling women what they want to hear, Umar Johnson style. I don't know. Fine. But if this is what bitches are learning and they are going to actually go and try this on dudes, and then when dudes rightfully be like, yo, I keep making plans, I keep taking my finite time, energy, patience, and maybe even money sometimes, making plans, and you keep on it, canceling or changing or wanting whatever the hell, because you want to test them. Let dudes do this to women and see how much they... And that is the main crux of this video right here. Okay? That is the main thing. All of this stuff that he is teaching, that he's telling this woman, and then this woman is going to now, on her platform, advertising to women, 1.8 million subs. Okay. What happens when men do the exact same thing to women? Are women going to roll with the punches and be like, oh, okay, yay, nice? Or are they going to ghost the dude? Or just be like, whatever, and then call the next dude up and be like, hey, what's going on? And so he thinks he's testing her, but she's really just moving on to the next dude until he comes around. I suppose this is the reason why he's saying this on this podcast and probably not on a man's podcast that's geared towards men. Because, heck, look at me, just a random dude on my little tiny island of a channel out in the oceans of YouTube world, off the coast of YouTube land, right? And I'm sitting here calling this shit out. Off the cuff, I didn't even script any of this. You know, so... I'm assuming this will only work being sold to women. Okay? And hell, maybe this guy, in all of his CIA, spy, clandestine, practical, tactical, extreme ops, Metal Gear Solid, whatever, right? Splinter Cell, Call of Duty, clandestine ops, deep state, shadow government, whatever, Illuminati, blah, 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 right? Government, three-letter agency training. Maybe he realizes this bitch. Okay, I didn't even see this. I didn't even see this part. There you go. Okay, this explains it all. This age... I don't know if she still thinks this is the 90s or something. I don't know. And then all of this. Well, shit. Shaved head, the Wonder Woman. Of course. Okay, I didn't even see this part. Right. He probably realizes, let me just sell these women what they want to hear, make my money, and that be that. Because if they really, at their age, need this, it'd be one thing if this was like an 18-year-old podcast that he was on saying this stuff. Okay. But these women, her audience, at their age, 30s and 40s probably, and again, maybe getting into Gen Z and what comes after Gen Z, good lord. If they still need this, they still need to hear this when they should have heard this from their parents or whatever. They're lost. So let me just make my money. Maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. But I can tell you this right now. If any dude were to do this to women, he would be all kinds of like, hey, don't you respect my time? I made all these plans. I went and got ready for you. I went and put on all this makeup and I spent all this money and all this stuff. And then you're going to go and cancel on me on the day. And then this is multiple months of tests. Okay.
If you start making changes and then they start guilting you or accusing you, or if they start getting angry, if they have volatile emotions that are in line with the changes that you're proposing, it shows that they already think that their time is more valuable than your time.
Even though they took the time, again, this is the dudes, because let's be honest, how many times do women go risking getting rejected, getting shot down with light shows and fireworks, approaching the dude, risking that, pick the man up, plan. How many times do women risk getting shot down by asking the dude out, plan the date, pick him up, pay for everything? He eats his fill, eat, drink, belch, fart, and then that's it. She gets nothing out of it. Maybe he okay, because since we're gonna reverse it in this scenario, then he controls the sex. Okay. And then he goes and sucks and fucks some other bitch that didn't do any of this stuff that this woman went and did. Like, just she goes through all this trouble of planning this whole thing, and then he goes and cancels. And he has a habit of doing this. That would not work. Bad enough women just aren't doing this by and large. Okay. But for the few that do, this kind of behavior from a man, testing these women to see if they're narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, whatever kind of path, would not work. No woman would put up with this to save their fucking life. But yet here it is. This dude is teaching this woman. And this woman, via her platform, is going to now teach God knows how many women, 1.18 million subscribers, as of Thursday, August 15, 2024 at 3:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And us men are supposed to put up with this, because if we don't, then we're some sort of deviant from society, from a psychosocial perspective. Okay. In fact, you know what? While we're here, let me just go on ahead and do this right now while we're here. Nope. Jesus Christ. Alright, bitch. Come on. Let's do that. From doting housewife to a woman that okay. From doting housewife to a woman who impacts millions, shares her mindset shift. It doesn't really matter because you're going to be a stay-at-home, despite her family's perspective, woman still to break barriers of women in film, but her husband created a kind of studio. But she and her husband Tom need equity to create the kind of studio and movies cared for. Steve, okay. Husband, huh? Husband. I want to see what man's looks like. I want to see what man's looks like. Okay. Husband. Alright. Oh, what, shit. Well, I don't know if this is really him or if it's somebody else, so let me not accuse and jump to it. So, I do not see a Wikipedia on her either, but whatever. Okay, Jersey Shore. Okay. What is this? JWoww the later years or something? Like, okay, lady. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, there's that.
Which now is an indicator that you're either dealing with somebody who is immature or you're dealing with somebody who is on that spectrum of personality disorder, whether it's narcissism or whether it's antisocial behavior. But if they can't handle change, it's a good sign that you're not dealing with somebody who sees you as an equal.
So
okay, well, you heard it from Mr. CIA himself, Mr. Clandestine Ops himself, Mr. MK Ultra, Psycho Mantis with the... Okay, all right. Too many references and people might not get it. So, do men get to do this to women? And then label them as all kinds of crazy ass bitch if they don't hang and toe the goddamn line and take it without objection or resistance? Do men get to do this to women? Because I can tell you right now, men have tried, and they have been labeled as and they have been labeled by no shortage of experts, quote unquote, real and supposed, as the exact same things that you literally just described. Few men have tried that because most men just know from before they even turn 18, hey, this ain't fitting to work, especially if I'm not trying to piss her off because I'm trying to get some ass. I better not do this dumb shit unless she go off to the next dude, which she probably will go off to anyway. So there you have it. I got to this part. This is what I got to. I have not watched the rest of this video. I got to this part right here and I made the video. I did, however, open this one. Looking at the thumbnail, women need to watch out. Again, just women. But men are okay. And then it comes to this, which is 2 hours long. I'm not about to do that. But I did listen to the first few seconds of this. I think less than the first minute. There we go.
When you put the four of those things together, you kind of create the perfect concoction for a con man to step in. When you put the four of those things
here we go. Women talking about red flags. Here we go.
Together, you kind of create the perfect concoction for a con man to step in, and they leave you high and dry, broke, alone, and dejected. You may not even realize they're manipulating you until it feels like it's too late.
That was it. Notice what happened there. Notice it. I'll play it one more time.
When you put the four of those things together, you kind of create the perfect concoction for a con man to step in.
Okay. Man number one. Man number two. Oh my God. Oh, the Wonder Woman arc starts.
High and dry, broke.
Okay. I don't know if this tier 1 operator beard is indicating of something. Maybe she's trying to get away from a supremacist entity of some sort, if you all know what I mean. Black people, if you all know what I mean. But don't worry about it.
Alone. And
oh, she's becoming Wonder Woman. Oh, she's gonna hate these niggas. Well, not even these niggas, these dudes, just men in general. Oh, it's starting. She's beginning to transform.
Dejected. You may not even realize they're manipulating you until...
So she's married, huh? Okay. Huh. All right.
It feels like it's too late.
And that is what led me, that right there, that 17 seconds, is what let me be like, wait a minute, between the thumbnail, women need to watch out, and then I click on it, and it's CIA spy, don't trust your gut, how Psychopaths will trap you, with Andrew Bustamante. That's what made me look into this lady's channel. It's like, okay, and then all this. Right? Quest Nutrition, writing my best-selling, my radical confident of impact. I had zero confidence. I was playing small, trying to be a good Greek housewife. Greek, okay. Well, so I guess sorry for the J. Wow reference, not Italian or Guido or whatever the hell they're called. So, homie. Okay, all right then. Yeah. Okay, so you see it. This is the kind of foolishness that, okay. And notice how all of these women, and some of these, and I bet you he's going to be sitting there telling them what they want to hear. Outsmart toxic men with this. Okay. I want to see what her men who cheat always do there. Okay, right. If a man says this or yeah. Notice how they always have the black man for these kinds of thumbnails, talking about cheating and all this run. Let him chase you. Okay, all right. Considering what she went and did to her man, but yet she. Oh hell. You know what? I'm not even gonna touch that one. If a man says this run, okay. Nobody will fuck with you. No more nice girl in 2020. Okay. You know what? Fine. But I find it quite interesting that okay. You know what? Never mind. Your thoughts, one and all. Your thoughts. I would like to know how many people believe this is the correct bit of advice. Or is man's out here just telling these ladies, is the word I'll use, or this lady, and ladies via this lady, what they want to hear, knowing full well that they are a lost effing cause. And maybe this woman here is just putting up a front. Maybe she is just making money. Maybe this is just her way of leaving her mans alone or something. Doing her own stuff to not bother him. I don't fucking know. But, you know what? I'll take the bait. Instagram, I'll take the bait. Let's see. 45, but I don't know how. I don't know how long ago this was. So, okay. Who are you trying to tell that, madam? Who are you trying to tell that? Are you trying to tell that to the average woman that's not a multi-whatever the hell and has to be out here struggling because she tried to boss bitch and Wonder Woman that shit, and as a result drove away all the men that would put up with her, even the ones that would kiss her ass, the male feminists. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Who are you trying to convince of that? Okay. Okay, well, let's just blow this up. Of course you're tired of hearing that, madam. Of course you are. Excuse me, but I checked the math, and women are also prime at 30, 87, 97. Who are you trying to convince of that, madam? First of all, who's telling you ladies that you all are in your prime in your 20s? And it declines from, I don't know, shit, 26 on, but let's just say 30 on? Who's the one saying that? Are women saying that they're in their prime in their 20s? Or are men saying that? If men are the ones saying that, you might want to ask why they're saying that. Because they just hate women and... Okay, so number one, why the hell do you care what they say? And number two, if they hated women, why the hell would they give a shit about any age that you are at? Be you age of consent, or 18, or 28, or 108, or 1080? Oh my god. If only men were allowed to have this kind of delusional confidence in men as a whole. Men don't get to do, us men don't get to do this. We don't get to sit here and tell women what they should want about us or what they should like about us. But apparently, these women get to tell us, and apparently a 97-year-old woman is just as prime as a 19-year-old woman. Okay. 97 on. An 81-year-old woman is just as in her prime as an 18-year-old woman. Okay. All right. And on that happy note, on that happy note, Mr. Bustamante, get your money, bruv. Brah. Get your money. Anyway. It is 3:57. I need to get me some sleep so I can wake up at 6. Later.